Hi everyone. The last part of trip planning that we wanted to talk about with you is the actual planning part, the scheduling. The only thing that the company's going to give you is a appointment or a window, and the rest is kind of up to you, the driver, to figure out what you're going to do in that gap. Um, my memory is awful, so when I was out in the truck, I had to write down my schedule every morning. I had my system. Your system could be different. The thing I want to encourage you to do is to have a system, to figure out what your plan is, work to that plan, and don't be afraid to adjust it. Every day is going to be a little different. You're going to make a little better time some days than you think. You're going to make a little worse time some days than you think. So just come up with a rough idea and update as the day goes on, and let your fleet leader know. On the screen behind me, we have some rough ideas for that planning purpose. Always plan an hour for a drop and hook. It builds in some cushion. 2 hours for a live unload. They might keep you for 3 or 4, but that's the case where you would update your fleet leader and let them know what's going on and just adjust your day. If your drop and hooks are only taking half an hour, plan for half an hour. You're going to know your capabilities. You're going to know your speed a lot better than I will sitting here. So just use your real numbers. That's why I encourage you to write it down. Keep track of how long this stuff is taking so you can adjust your planning. You might have to plan at 50 miles an hour. Certain parts of the country, that's probably going to be a little slow. And in certain parts of the country, it's going to be a little fast. So depending on where you are geographically, depending on weather, depending on time of year, all that stuff, you're going to be able to adjust how many miles per hour you're planning to drive for based on your personal experiences. Again, write it down so you have that idea, especially when you're new or to new parts of the country. Keep these notes. It'll help you remember them. It'll give you a reference material to go back to so you can more accurately plan. And when you are accurate with your plans, and you're on time and you're where you said you were going to be when you said you were going to be there, your fleet leader is doing a little dance in their head. There's like that little baby just doing the dance, and they're so happy, and they'll forget about you. They'll put the loads on you and let you go, and it becomes a great team type atmosphere where they just pile you up, and you're exactly where you said you were going to be when you said you were going to be there. For me, again, I had to write all that stuff down. I by lunchtime I'd forget what I thought about it at 4 o'clock in the morning. So having that reference to go back and adjust and shoot a quick message in. There is an ETA update message that is a macro. You send that in. At the very least, send in a free form and just let them know, hey, I'm running ahead of schedule. Do you think we can change my appointment? It might be yes, it might be no, but at least you're doing your side of it and you're updating everybody and keeping them in the loop. Some other things to think about is fueling. Is that a 15-minute thing? Is it 20 minutes? Is it half an hour? Do I have to go a mile off of the interstate to get there? Build in all that time when you start your day. Post trips, where am I going to park? Do I know this customer takes 4 hours every time? Think about all those things before you get going and have it in your mind, have the schedule done. It'll help you mentally be prepared for the hiccups that you're going to incur throughout the day, and it'll make it so you can reference something and give a quick, fast update to your fleet leader, to operations, so that they can adjust what they need to adjust to keep you moving out there on the road. So always take the time to check over your Atlas, get it in your GPS right, look at everything, and write down a quick schedule so you know what you're in for the day. Every time you stop, get ahead of schedule, behind schedule, adjust it, keep everybody informed, and keep the freight moving safely. One of the most important parts of figuring out your plan for the day is parking. Parking is abundant in Michigan, for example. You can almost always find a place to park up in the Flint and a little bit far north of there. You get up into northern Michigan, there's always parking, but you get out to Connecticut and good luck. If you're shutting down after 4 o'clock, you're kind of in a pickle. So make sure when you start this, you have what you think you're going to do. If it's 500 miles, 450 miles, whatever, find a parking location around that distance, and then go 50 miles sooner and 50 miles after. if you have those 3 locations, it's a load off your mind when you get towards the end of the day. You're already tired. You've put in 9, 10, 11 hours, sometimes more. And you have now taken the most stressful part of the end of your day and figured it out when you're fresh and awake and alert right away in the morning. And it's going to go a long ways for lowering your stress level out there. If you know you can't park after 1700 in a certain spot, plan your day in advance so you're there by 1700 to get that parking spot. Or you can call ahead and reserve a spot or whatever you need to. But taking that anxiety and that stress away is going to make you a lot safer at the end of your day when most accidents occur. So when you take that break for the day, you're eating a sandwich or you're going to the bathroom, when you get back to the truck, if you have 5 or 10 minutes, recap where you are in your schedule, adjust, replan, update people that you need to update, maybe find another parking location. It might be closer, it might be farther away. Doing all that little stuff when you got a time and you're sitting down and you can't move the truck is a great opportunity to adjust your plans and not try to do it on the fly going down the road. If you are stuck, if you can't make the appointment, if you can't get to that parking location, you need help and you're really, really stressed out, make a phone call. Call your fleet leader, they can pull up Google, they can help you. Call safety, call another driver that you're friends with. If they're parked, there's a lot of drivers that'll help you figure it out. And they might know an exact parking spot, a kind of out of the way hidden spot that they keep for themselves. And if they're not there, they can share that information with you. But call somebody, don't try to figure it all out on your own all the time. Thanks for all your hard work. And if you're not doing some of this stuff, I hope you add it into your daily routines and I hope it helps.